Yourself, maybe it's with someone, right? But there is this sense of honesty that comes with this, and it's not coming from a place of malice or being. Yeah, I'm hearing somebody is like very chatty, so nothing can infiltrate it and be taught to be jealous. This is the time, the spiritual sense. It's more jargon, you know, like it just needs to be like that. It's that simple. It's like sending.
To do what? To pick up the scissors and be like, yeah, I'm cutting. Now you know how your mom feels. For real. Hi. I'm on my bed as per usual. I'm sleep deprived. If you follow me on TikTok, you already know what this pile is, right? I dropped an album. I don't know if you know. I dropped an album. I've been crocheting the lyrics on my album because I learned how to crochet last year. I want to say September. So I've been following this girl called Alexandria. I want to say Messi. She's an amazing crochet artist. Yeah, they inspired me to create this because they're currently crocheting their birth control information. So I like exploring my creativity in like project wise. That's what I've realized in the past 2 years. I hope I pressed record. It would be so awkward if I didn't. I've been crocheting the lyrics on my album. So literally all 7 songs are on this blanket.
Wow, 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 wow.
My posts about these have not been doing what I wanted them to do, but I think they are doing what I need them to do, right? Which is solidify like my unique approach to being an artist and like my versatility, right? Ever since my album came out, I've gotten a lot of unusual attention that I did not expect, frankly, and a lot of like new, really like important eyes on me, which is like my world has expanded. My feeling of aloneness has like diminished greatly from putting myself out there in such a vulnerable way. It's mirroring some of the things that I've been craving, right? Kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But also, it's like I know that I am beyond gifted. I am in touch with my creativity and in a way that is rare and in a way that is beautiful to experience and in a way that is awe-inspiring. It flows through me like water. I know that the quality of my creativity is larger than my circumstance, and I know that alignment means bigger, it means greater. There was a time where I was just like,
No, like, no, like, no, but I'm not that great. Like, it's not that great. Like,
while I was like very, very insecure, I feel like that's when I was also the most hungry for validation. Like, there's a video of mine that like it's not viral, but like it's viral in my world, right? After like maybe the first 50 comments, like it stopped hitting. It stopped feeling affirming. It started feeling not as great as I thought it was gonna feel. I feel like there's a certain cap where it just stops hitting. It just confirmed what I have been saying. I've said this before. No one's validation can ever be more. I don't know what I said, but I said something really cool once. No one's opinion could ever substitute a grander sense of self-worth. It can never hit like the way self-worth hits. I think I've grown my self-worth through doing what I say I'm gonna do. For someone to take the time to consume your art and then let you know that it meant something to them, that has been beautiful. That part. But a flyby sense of validation, it's not the goal, and it used to be the goal for me. I used to be painfully insecure, and I still carry insecurities within me. But I think there's just a growing voice of like security. I've grown so much, and I'm capable of growing so much more. That's like beautiful. It's also fear-inducing. I'm like, oh damn, I kind of need to step up. Like, kind of need to honor the responsibility of my gift. Like, it's kind of weighing on me, but like not in a bad way. Like in a very like yeah. I used to dream of like these moments, but like it was so different in my head. But like this is so much better. This feels so much better. I can't believe it. My suit is complete. But what if I add a crazy pop of color? Who's gonna stop me? Hi. I was outside trying to journal and I was watching the birds. There's these tiny birds and they flock together. I feel like flying is not as great as we think it is as human beings. I had a dream when I was flying and I was carrying my own weight, and it was not like fun. That's my dream about flying, and that's how I feel like flying is not like joyful, euphoric experience that we as humans think that it is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like walking, running, like that's our mode of motion and transport within our bodies. There are moments when you're walking and you feel like light and whatever, but also it is laborious. Like you are carrying your weight in a certain part of your body, and I feel like we have this idea that flying is like this like wistful, like completely enjoyable experience if we were to do it. But like imagine carrying your own weight. I can't believe this is what I'm talking about. But anyway, I was talking about the birds. I enjoyed that moment of like looking at the birds. It's like the highlight of my day. The way that they fly, there's a sense of ease that I don't see with other birds. It's like they use gravity to their advantage because they hop from place to place. So they like go up and then they just let themselves fall, like, and just flutter for stability. And I was just watching them, move around and come closer to me, and they just have a lightness to them that I enjoyed, and they moving together. It was just an enjoyable experience, and I was like, oh my god, I should capture this. And like there was a resistance to that, like where it's like I think I used to put capturing moments on a pedestal rather than the moments. And like now it's swapped around where the moments are so much richer than I can show, like than I can capture or than I can illustrate. Like there's so much depth within a moment, and we can recreate that all we want, and we can portray the feeling, but it's never the thing, you know what I'm saying? There's no way to be like kind of authentic within this medium of vlogging in particular. And I guess I was thinking about that, about how to continue like sharing moments in my life, and also like balancing authenticity and like balancing the moment, because I felt like in the past I would see my moments through me capturing them, and I think that was just a way to try to absorb moments, because like sometimes I feel like I'm always in my head, and like capturing moments was a way for me to externalize my awareness, and I would see it through the lens, right? But like now I feel like I didn't want to see this moment with the birds through my phone. Like it was just a lesser way to experience it. Capturing moments is not on the pedestal that it used to be. I used to be so in love with like this more than I was in love with living those moments. Anyways, I really started this conversation to tell you, to update you on what's been going on with me. I got a steady client. So basically I'll be working part-time for them, and that will take up a lot of my time. But also I'll be expanding my online store to invite more artists on, so they can sell their work. And yeah, I'm just working on that proposal for now. And yeah, it's kind of like I kind of don't want to talk about it just yet. I just kind of need to see it play out. I am confident that I can do this. It's more so like the anticipation, and also like not wanting to jinx anything and to see it work. But anyways, I am excited about that. I'm trying to cross my T's and dot my I's. That's been a lot. There's this video where this guy's like talking about the phases of having a dream that's, you know, bigger than realistic.
When you finally start chasing your dreams, you're very quickly going to go from optimistic to fucking hopeless. There's this thing called the emotional cycles of change, and they're used to describe what somebody goes through when they try to change or achieve something. And the first stage is always uninformed optimism. When you haven't started working towards that goal yet, you're uninformed on what it takes to achieve it, but you're excited because you're imagining the life where you have achieved that goal, so you're an uninformed optimist. Most people spend their entire life here, and very few go on to the next stage, which is called informed pessimism. So now you are informed on what it takes to eat clean, to go to the gym, to put yourself out there, to cold call people and try to get customers, and you're pessimistic because now you think to yourself, wow, I don't know if I have what it fucking takes. This is way more than I thought it would be. This was way more exciting when I didn't have to actually do the work and I could just fantasize about how good my life was going to be. And that's where most people actually quit. The third stage of the emotional cycles of change. It is the valley of despair. This is where you feel completely fucking hopeless. You don't know what it takes to succeed anymore. You don't know if you're even making the right choices. Whatever you're working on just isn't working at the rate that you wanted it to. And so you're thinking about giving up. What I have been trying to tell myself is that this is exactly where you're supposed to be, because in order to get to the fourth and final stage, which is an informed optimist, you have to very clearly understand what it's going to fucking take and pay the tax that is the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And if you continue with this path that you're on, you will get to exactly where you want to go.
Oh, right. You're more informed about the actual mechanics of the vision that you had in your mind, where it's like if it were to materialize, this is how difficult it's gonna be. And yeah, I'm in between. There was a period of time where I was just like, oh my god, like, and I think I've expressed all these phases in on my channel. I think now I'm in a place where I'm more prepared, in a stance where I can start to figure it out. I'm more grounded, I think. Just accepting that it's not gonna like move as fast as I would like, and that's okay with me, because like I remember being 21 and like feeling like I was in the prime of my life, and like looking back I was a baby, like. So I think I'm realizing that there's too much pressure to have it figured out in your 20s. Like you were a teenager not too long ago, you're still learning a lot of things. I think I just realized that it's not that I'm bad at things. That's a way to like close yourself off to the experience. It's more so that I'm new at things, and I was new to everything that I'm good at now. There was a point where I was new at it, and I found a way to find my place in it. And I just need to see this experience of me becoming a full-time artist and building my business and building my community as being new to things. I'm still figuring a lot of things out. I'm still trying to understand what gap I'm filling specifically. I'm still figuring out how to get people to want to participate in community. I'm trying to figure out what I would want in a community. Like, there's so many things that I'm trying to figure out, and also needs to be like profitable, and like that part is really difficult for me. Like, I think I lowball myself to a point of instability. So I'm trying to make something sustainable and that part is difficult. I think I'm like too eager to like do everything and be everything, but it's like I need to have a sustainable lifestyle. At the end of the day, I would like to have my own place. I would like to have a studio. All of the things that I'm pouring myself into need to work for me as well, in order for me to have something to pour back into it. So I'm just like, I'm thinking about a lot of stuff. And also I'm struggling with like my hair.
Would you believe me if I told you that baking a cake is probably what saved my life? This is the narrative I'm spinning. So listen up. On the day of the fire, a dear friend of mine was having a bit of a farewell braai, And I decided, let me bake a cake. I spent hours on this cake, okay? I put my foot into this. Okay, I have never made something with this much passion and dedication in my life. I took care of this cake like it was my firstborn child.
What I've realized is I hate learning the basics. Like, I just want to get to the fun part. But I don't think you can have fun without learning how to not hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to like make this elaborate cake, but I realized I don't know how to make a simple cake. So let me relax. Let me learn how to make a simple cake, and then we can have fun when I'm 40 or 35 or something. I literally just went into flow state. Guys, it's possible.
People often ask me why we weren't home when the fire started. That's because of this cake. I had to give this to the people. And funny enough, the function almost got cancelled. The function started at around 8 p.m. Who braais at 8 p.m.? When the rain started, there was a bit of a thunderstorm and the electricity got cut off. So yeah, it was dark, but you know what? I still had to put my foot into this cake. I've never been prouder of anything in my life. I'm not even joking. I know this is kind of sarcastic, but like actually, this might be my magnanimous openness. I don't know what the word is, girl. Anyways, my friend texted saying the function might be cancelled. I lied on my bed. He then texted about a few hours later saying the function's back on. And guess what? I was gonna say no. But the pride I had in this cake, I could not leave it in the fridge. I had to give it to the people. I had to give it to the people. I had to share the joy, share the love, share the masterpiece, share the I'm done talking about this cake. But this is the cake that saved my life, so I'll never stop talking about this cake. Okay? I will never stop talking about this. I'm in the cupboard right now of my brother's room. This was a weird voiceover. Bye.
cake I've ever made in my life, bro.
No, your birthday one was nice.
Girl, that was horrible. It was so bad.
Actually, I'm thinking about it now.
It was so
bad.
It was so bad.
I don't like cream
This
cheese.
is the most structurally sound cake I've ever made. Girl, what book was this? This is a book I never read for sure. Hello? Okay, this is. You jumped, you didn't get on your tippy toes. That's juggling. Right.
Like, you have to have it like this.
Mm-hmm.
You throw 1, 2, and then
Yeah, yeah, I got you. My meter taxi driver found me hilarious. He was slapping his knee. But I didn't make a single joke.
120.
125.
7.
Yeah!